Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And welcome back, everybody. I know this is going to be woo-woo for some. I'm going to, and if this was 5 years ago, I would be saying, what are they talking about over there? Until you experience it, until you learn what energy can do and how you can use energy to help others heal long distance. Amazing. And it works. We're going to learn about that today. Some of the stuff going back to basics here, but I think it will be an eye-opener for many. She's a spiritual coach, helps people with this all the time. She's got all different modalities, all different ways to help you heal. And she's back with us. Are you ready for the shift? She's the founder of the Shift Spiritual Coaching Practice, and she is Tracy Nagle. Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Steve. How are you doing?
Really well, really well. And I'm gratified that we're going to explain this whole thing here today, because I can tell you firsthand, I've had, before we met, Reiki healing sessions before, shamanic healing, chakra balancing, even hypnotherapy, all done long distance. Hypnotherapy, a little bit different because we're not dealing so much with the energy. We're kind of tapping into your subconscious. But it's possible to do things from a distance when it comes to energy. Tell us, how does that work?
100%. People keep asking me, how does this work? And I'm with you. 5 years ago, I would have thought, I'm not so sure about this. But once you kind of, like you said, you experience, and this goes back centuries. All right. And recently, and I'll touch on this here in a minute, but science has actually validated some of this stuff. There's been some studies out there, and Reiki is one of the studies that they did touch on. So interestingly enough, Reiki uses the principle of low key or whatever, and they have great symbols that they can blast out and do distant healing. This is something that during studies, they have found that cancer patients or other patients have had higher healing than people with placebo. I think that there is huge benefits for a number of things. I mean, what couldn't you possibly use some wonderful healing energy from? Think of the times you may have thought of a friend and they all of a sudden called you, right? Mm-hmm. Don't you think that's a form of energy, almost connecting with somebody from a distance, right? They don't have to be in your very presence to know that they're thinking of you or you're thinking of them or something pops in your head. So it's all connected energy.
Well, I think it's also the same principle when you say to somebody, hey, positive vibes for your surgery. And they're halfway across the country or the other side of the country. Or I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you.
Absolutely.
You're sending positive vibrational energy out there. And I kind of laugh at all of this because I love reggae. And when you look at Bob Marley and other reggae stars, 70s now, that's what they were trying to tell us.
All you need is love.
Bob Marley has a song called Positive Vibration.
Right.
That's what it is. And what is a vibration? That's energy. When you transmit a radio signal from a radio tower, if you listen to terrestrial radio still, many people do, 48% of us do, according to Nielsen ratings, show saying, it's sending a vibration of a frequency that you receive on your radio. So when we send a vibration out, we're doing the same thing, and the other person receives it. It's the same concept, right?
It's setting good intentions. I mean, do you see your Wi-Fi work? Do you see your Bluetooth work? You don't see these things work, but you know that they're working. And it's really the same principle with these vibrations or this distant healing. And you know what, honestly, like you said, people sending good vibes, prayers or sympathies for somebody that passed away. You can be halfway around the world. You don't have to blast a Reiki symbol. You don't have to be a spiritual coach. You really just have to have good intentions and vibrations. And really, I mean, like-minded people, if you lean into this, the better it gets. But there is so many good reasons to use distance healing, anything from traumas from your childhood to current like surgical, healings, anything in between. Once you start to learn about this stuff and this distant healing, you realize that first of all, it's wonderful because it's good for you. You don't have to travel, right? A lot of people may have anxiety about traveling. You're resting in your own home and you're receiving positive positive energy from somebody. So kind of something that I do is almost imagine a bridge or a walkway connecting between people when I'm doing a Reiki session. And when two energies can align, I'm telling you, you can feel tingles through your body. I don't know if you've ever experienced during a session receiving, but I feel it all the time through my arms and my hands. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. First time I did a long distance, I didn't even talk to the practitioner. Again, I mean, 1,200 miles away. And she
Right?
just said, through text now, I'm going to start at 8 o'clock. Literally, that was the time. Get in a
Yeah.
comfortable spot, just chill, hang out, and be about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and I'll text you back. I felt something from my feet to my head to my feet.
Yeah.
I tried to get out of my head because I'm thinking, she's doing something. That's what, it's your head's like thinking that you're feeling blah, 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 blah. Can I share what she said after the session?
Absolutely.
And this was my confirmation that this stuff is real. She gets
Yeah.
done. Again, we didn't even talk. She texts me and she says, something came up during the session. I just want to share it with you. I'm like, all right, what do you got? Again, we're texting. And she says, you were taking me on a little boat through like reeds and weeds and like little sea life and stuff. And I don't know what that is, but I figured I'd share it with you. Well, kayaking is my Zen. That's what I
Okay.
do when I want to just ground. Can't do it in the winter, but she was telling me that, and that's what I do. And I look at sea life and I look at I go in shallow water. I like salt water because there's a lot more things going on there. How did she pick up on that? She didn't go on Facebook and see, pictures or anything.
Right.
She had to have
But
tapped
I
in.
mean, you were visualizing, you were probably, like you said, in your Zen spot. You were very, very relaxed, I imagine, because
Oh, I
there's
was.
all kinds of energy transmutation that happens and meditations. So you probably were in a Zen-like state and she aligned with you. This person physically, energetically aligned with you. And again, energy transcends time and space. It doesn't matter. They can be anywhere.
Mm,
But yeah, that's a positive thing. So I think to myself, how the hell could people not want to be part of this or experience this or try it or lean in? It really, anything from, and animals, that's something that I'm now learning about is how to
oh,
heal animals because I am a huge animal lover. And so for me, the thought of going around to, whether it's an SPCA or an animal kind of clinic, this is something that I think animals can benefit from. We have received so much wonderful energy from them, and they vibrate at the frequency of love. They actually vibrate at the frequency of unconditional love. And
mm.
so, yeah, if you start to work with animals, distance healings, I think it's going to be an amazing path. More and more people are coming at me about this, which is why I really wanted to share it with you. So yeah, it's truly a magical thing. And I think if you lean in, if you have an experience, if you understand that you don't have to have any kind of religion or experience, you just have to have a leap of faith, a little leap of faith and some relaxing time and just lean in and see what happens. It's doesn't cost you anything to see what happens, right?
No, and I don't think we realize how amazing we are. Like we are little transmitters sending out signals and also receiving them. And I've tested this vibration.
Hmm.
I've gone to the gym and I'll walk in, and as I'm walking in, I intentionally say to myself, raise your vibration, raise it up, feel good, positive. I'm just thinking, I'm thinking it.
Hmm.
And I'll see the same people I see every single day. Well, I don't even know who they are. I don't pay attention. I do my thing. I leave. It's all good. But there's like a main walkway, and I'll see people come past me and lock eyes. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? I swear it's because I'm sending something out. I'm not doing anything different. I'm not walking in there with a cheesy smile
Right?
on or anything like that.
Nope.
I'm just,
People feel it.
people feel it.
People feel positive energy. And conversely, you can feel crappy energy too, right?
Oh, for sure.
Especially if you have any empath qualities. I am definitely an empath, and you can feel shifts in energy like that, like people don't have to say a word. So
Mm,
when you're walking around and you understand vibration and you understand that positive high level that you're putting out, people are going to react to that. And they're going to walk up to you and they're going to react to your smile, they're going to react to your presence, and it is just going to put you and everybody else around you in a better place.
Yeah.
But as far as healing goes, the thought of it, the thought of sending energy and receiving energy from anywhere in the world is pretty magical to me.
Oh,
I don't know about you. It's
oh,
pretty magical to me. I think it's pretty crazy stuff to think that these hands can channel something pretty awesome, and that I'm not a healer, I don't claim to be a healer. I'm a conduit. Reiki people are conduits. So I think it's fascinating that I get to mess with this stuff with the greatest respect, of course.
so
But yeah, it's
when
it's neat
when
stuff that's coming at you.
when you say that, Tracy, what can you help people heal from? It's just a couple of examples.
Absolutely. Anything truly from childhood traumas, I can help you with your journey, your spiritual awakening, surgical needs, long-term chronic health issues, anything along those lines. If just backaches, chronic headaches, there is literally a Reiki healing for anything wrong with you. Anything, whether if you're just depression, anything along those lines re- receiving positive healing energy from somebody that you align with and that you want this to happen for you is a very powerful thing. So to me, I say there's nothing that Reiki can't be used for. Nothing. I think that it can be used in every day to heal yourself, to rid yourself of negative karma, negative vibes. And I do that for people online sometimes. I'll just do a quick free like aura cleanse or, pull bad things out of you. And yeah, it's an amazing modality for healing.
Where did you realize this works? You personally?
For me personally, I mean, I always knew I wanted to be a healer. From a child, I wanted to be a doctor or a physical therapist or something. So I always knew that that was somewhere. But you have to have an awakening to kind of truly wake up and go, okay, this is what I'm here for. And I knew back probably 2016, 2017 is when I was leaning towards this and started. Yeah, so it was several years ago, and I realized healing was where it was going to be for me. But I'm not just, everybody's kind of healer. As you know, I'm a little bit different. I march to the beat of my own drum. And the beautiful thing about spirituality is it's not regulated. Thank goodness that it's not regulated. So I'm just out here blazing a trail, trying to help others and, just doing the best that I can do to help the collective. Totally off base. There is an awakening happening and that's where I'm coming in. So I want to talk to these people and meet these people. There's all kinds of weird stuff coming at me, Steve. Soul contracts. Do you know anything about soul contracts?
Somewhat, yes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm hearing about this more. I have never had my soul contract read. Have you?
No, and would that come under the Akashic Records as well, somewhere along the line there?
Possibly. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, people have approached me and said, "Hey, I want to read your soul contract." And I was like, I need to figure this out. I really want to know. This is fascinating. It can be about work. It can be very much probably like a tarot reading or another kind of reading. But they also have these crazy benefits as well. Something I do not do, but I'm very interested in. So if people want to reach out to me and tell me what it's all about, I would love to hear more about soul contracts for sure.
So I want to go back to animals for just a moment because
Yeah.
it doesn't get any better than that in terms of what they can pick up on the energy of
Oh yeah.
those around them, whether it's another animal or human. They're one of the most important things I think of is being grounded.
Yes.
Their paws are touching the ground all the time. It doesn't get any better than that. And they're
100%.
all about unconditional love. And it's my understanding that that is love, the highest possible vibration there is.
Absolutely. And for me, I've been an animal person my entire life. I've lived on horse farms. I've had dogs, cats. I've had it all. And for me, it just came to me one day and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, if you have an ailing animal, and when I was first learning Reiki, you were allowed to practice on your friends, family, or animals. So I was constantly messing with my dogs or my cat. And then that just kind of led into my brain saying, this can be a whole different level with animals because that is where my true passion is animals and whatnot. So for me, working with animals, having that vibration and being able to help people or being able to advocate for an animal that can't speak, can't tell you what's wrong, can't tell you it's hurt or sick, and just try to help heal it would be an amazing journey for me and my company.
What do you want people to know? I mean, we've shared a lot here today. I know, woo-woo alert, I get it.
Yep.
But until you experience it, You can't just shoo it away. Scientifically, the energy thing has been proven. Some dude, Einstein, it's all
right?
there.
Yeah, we're getting into quantum physics, literally getting into quantum physics without getting into quantum physics. These things have been validated by science. So really what I want the takeaway to be is that there are amazing modalities out there. You do not have to sit in York, Pennsylvania or, Los Angeles, California. We can be anywhere in the world. Let's join together. Let's heal. I want to join with people. Let's raise the vibration. Much happier place, much less divisive, much less polarizing. I want to spread love and positive energy.
How does it begin? So somebody, let's say they're going through some challenges. They're thinking,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm just going to roll the dice. I'm going to do this energy thing. They would reach out to you. How much do they have to share? Or do they even have to share anything?
Okay, so when they reach out, they don't even have to share. So I'm going to be offering free things online almost daily. And then there is going to be a way for them to join me personally to do one-on-one sessions or group sessions. That is going to be an important thing as well. So TikTok, the Facebook, Instagram are the three ways to reach me right now. Classes are coming soon. YouTube channel is coming soon. And then we're just going to spread some Reiki experiences together. That's really where things are going at the moment. The Reiki and the animal thing. I'm going to be holding live seminars to do a free live animal healing and see what happens. Let's test this and see where this goes. We got nothing to lose, right? Let's see where it goes.
Okay. Woo alert. We have a couple of minutes. So we're going to really press the hyperspace button and really go deep on this. But there is a shift happening. Many believe. Age of Aquarius, fifth dimension. I'm not, by the way, I'm not talking just about the song Age of Aquarius by the group Fifth Dimension, 1969.
Right.
There's a thing they knew back then. They knew back then, and we are transitioning into the fifth dimension. I spoke to somebody that says that she feels that she is there, and it's like the ultimate feeling of just good vibes, love. Some believe, like most of us are in the third dimension, some are like a toe into the fourth, into the fifth. I know we're going real deep. What's your overall understanding?
2 to 3% of the population is in an awakening right now, right? And people think that's such a small amount, but when there's billions of people on the planet, that's actually a lot of people, right? So there is an actual shift happening right now. When they say about, woo-woo or energy, it just happens. People aren't really asking for it. And redirect me because I lost where I was going, Steve.
What this thing, the shift toward the age 5D. Of Aquarius and 5D.
Yes, 5D. Yeah, okay, so 5D, some say that it's a parallel dimension happening at the same time. So there's 3D, like you said, 4D, 5D, and yes, it is about growing in vibration and keeping your frequency very high. There is a collective right now. So if you go online and you're into spirituality, you're going to find some like heavy hitters out there who are guides. There's going to be people out there, me, who are beginners, helping the beginners. Stay with your group kind of thing. Stay with your group. The advanced people go with the advanced, beginners kind of come with me. There's the shift is going to happen. We're going to push you all the way through. So there's literally people out there right now who are helping to guide this collective. And I am one of those people.
Where would you say that you're in I don't even know if I can answer this question, but I would think about it. Maybe I can. You're you personally, third dimension, fourth, fifth.
I think I'm in the fourth somewhere. I think I go between the fourth and fifth because still I'm human. I still have, issues and emotions and those things. And it's very hard with distractions in everyday life. With lifing, it's hard to stay at a perfect vibration all the time. We're human. It's not an easy thing. It is work. It is constant work. It is constantly being aware of oneself. It's hyper self-awareness is really what it is. And doing the inner work, owning your bad stuff, all those good things. So yeah, I'm somewhere in about 4D, 5D.
For sure. And I do feel that I'm probably in the fourth somewhere, maybe a toe into the third, but definitely into the fourth. Why would I say that? Because of my awareness of what we're talking about. and
Absolutely. And
and my
you're more
belief.
aware than most people, Steve.
I would say so, but also I became aware, and you said it at the beginning today, that I don't even want to say these words. I am an empath.
You are. There, Steve, we are all psychic. We are all psychic. That's what we have to understand. We are all intuitively psychic. We are intuitively powerful.
Yeah,
It is when you start to lean in and tap into like the little tugs, the little signs. If you don't touch on the little signs, you're never going to get the big ones. Never.
you just have to be open to it, and I play with it, practice it along the way. I'll have a feeling, and I'm like, I'm going with that feeling. And usually it's right. And the
It's
empath
usually
thing,
right.
I took a strength assessment test. There's a bunch of them out there. I took the Clifford strength assessment like 6 months ago. Somebody suggested, I'm on the board of a charity, and they're like, let's see what your strengths are. So I did it, and I'm like, whatever, click, 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 click for 30 minutes. The rapid fire questions, answer them. Number one, strength was communication. Duh. Okay. Number
Right?
two was empath. I'm like, what? And
That's amazing.
I'm the one that says to other people, do you realize that you're an empath? And now I guess I am. Yeah.
You are. Now, how do you not absorb? How do you go about? Because as an empath, it's very easy to absorb negative or bad energy. How do you keep that from happening for yourself?
I'm not sure. I am going to tell you, I feel a little drained today from the weekend, and there was a lot
Okay.
going on. And I believe I picked up some of that over the weekend. But I will say this, being more in tune with it, when something presents itself that I feel is just, negative, I want to run. Like previously, I'll put out,
Right?
listen, put up with it, whatever it is. When it's something negative, and it doesn't have to be an outright just negative statement, it could be a negative vibe. I'm just
Right.
like, oh gosh, no,
You
just
can feel it.
yes, yeah.
And it'll drain your batteries before you even get there sometimes. You can already pre-sense it. And I don't know if it's a form of anxiety as well, but it's being an empath, an intuitive empath as well. It really can be draining if you can't harness it and figure out what is going on and what is happening with you. So I'm glad that you recognize
Mm,
and the fact that you're tired a little bit. Rest. You need some rest.
100%. And I just want to share one thing. Recognize to do that, to be aware. Example: I was going to do I travel for the weekend. A friend is staying somewhere. He invited me down, and this is like a week and change ago. And I was going to go this week, and I sat with it, and I was thinking, all right, we are in a Mercury retrograde. If you don't have to travel. Things can get messed up. I was
Hmm.
thinking of leaving on Friday, the 13th. I know this is
Ooh,
ridiculous, but I thought about it, and I'm like, not a bad time to go, just not the right time. And sure enough, I'm glad I didn't book any flights or anything, because there were complications on his ends, and it's better that I wait. So I could have been out, some cash by booking the flight or just
right,
going, and it just wouldn't have been the right time to go. But I listened to my intuition, and I respected it.
right.
And was like, you have to listen and sit. Not easy,
You, you have to. And you have to do what's right for you, even if it upsets other people.
Oh yeah.
Listen to yourself. And you know what? It's hard talking about this stuff. This is esoteric stuff, right? The woo woo. This is strange stuff for a lot of people. And so it's difficult to try to speak about it in a way that is mainstream
Mm.
without being completely bonkers, you know? So I'm
Oh yeah.
so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you that you understand that you've been experiencing, that you are on the timeline that you're on, because you get it. You understand. So I appreciate that a
Well,
lot.
I appreciate the fact that you have this amazing energy, so much passion, and you get to the point. It's understandable, it's clear, and that's kind of a rarity in the category that
I
we're
hope
talking
so,
about
Steve,
here.
because I'm nervous.
No, it's clear. It's like I love your passion. It's like so cool. Like it's you're making something old school. This stuff has been around forever, and
Great.
making it contemporary and understandable. So, how do we find you, Tracy? How do we connect?
Connect with me on social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. That's where you're going to find me, the Shift Spiritual Coach.
Gotcha. Wonderful having you on here. Looking forward next time we get together. It's good stuff.
Same here.
Thanks. All right, we're coming right
Thanks,
back.
Steve.
Hi, my name's Tracy Nagle, and I'm the founder of the Shift Spiritual Coach. Join me today to elevate yourself, Educate yourself and transform pain into power, wounds into wisdom. Let's break generational curses together. Your spiritual energy is not anything to mess with or take for granted. I'm here to be your guide and mentor. My services range from one-on-one to package deals and group meetings. Follow me on Instagram at theshift.spiritualcoach and Facebook at theshift.spiritualcoaching. Sending love and light. Keep vibing high.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.